Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to your favourite cookery programme on YouTube, Cooking on the Corsican. It is Saturday the 29th, I think, of something or other. July, yeah, we're into August next month. And the boat is going in to have some work done on it, and we won't have it for about 3 weeks. But don't panic, I am going to do 3 recipes, 3 vlogs over the course of today, and I'm going to put them all up over the next 3 weeks, so you won't miss any cooking on the Corsican. Now the first thing I'm going to make is a very nice Italian tomato sauce. Okay? I've got some hot water here simmering away, no salt or anything in it, and I have got some beautiful big vine ripe tomatoes, and I'm just going to take a knife and I'm just going to pierce them in a couple of places, and I'm going to use my little ladle and I'm going to drop them in there. I'm going to stab that one about 3 times and I'm going to drop it in there. I shall just turn the heat up a little bit, stab that one a few times and just drop it in there. Stab this one a few times. Now these are quite hard, these tomatoes. Normally I would just sit them in boiling water, but as these are so hard I'm going to simmer it a little bit, because they are very hard tomatoes. I'm just stabbing them slightly just to help the water get behind them. There we go. There we go. Morning! Morning! I don't know who that is.
Cheshire Cat.
Oh, it's Cheshire Cat, our old boat. Show people our old boat, Steve. Right, okay, now I'm just going to keep an eye on them, and within a couple of minutes they should be ready to take off of there. I just want basically the boiling water just to get underneath the skin, and we can then peel them easily. If these had been little small ripe tomatoes, I would have just had a bowl of hot water and I'd have just sat them in a bowl of hot water and it would have worked. But because these tomatoes are huge and they're really firm, they're going to need a little bit of help just to sort of bring the skins on. So yes, the Corsican is going in for some work, people. We're having hydraulic steering fitted, and we're having all the decks repainted. We're having some outside lights put on. We're having some flooring laid in the bedroom. We're having some other electrical work done, and that's going to take up an engine serviced and some other bits and pieces. Anti-foul, we're having it all anti-fouled. It's going to come right out the water. All the underneath is going to be done. The hull's all going to be polished, and a couple of little marks on the hull are going to be repaired as well. So quite a lot of work that's to be done on it, but she'll look nice when she's finished. And you have to do that. You have to look after her. Okay, people. Now I'm just looking at these. Now I'm just going to pop one out just for a second that's been in there, and I'm going to stick it in this bowl, and I'm just going to see if I can get behind the skin here. Yes, I can. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, people, I'm going to take these tomatoes out now, and I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm just going to leave them sitting in this bowl for 10 minutes, and then I shall peel them all and I shall chop them all up, and I shall come back to you and show you the second part of this recipe to make this delicious sauce. And it is really, really simple, but really, really delicious. So if you have been, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next part of this vlog. So welcome back, people. We've skinned these tomatoes. I've just come back quickly to show you what I'm doing. We've skinned all these tomatoes, And now what I'm doing is I'm just taking nothing but the hard bit out. So that horrible hard bit there, I'm just removing. I'm keeping everything else except that horrible sort of core that's in the middle of the tomato, because we really don't want that because it's horrible. I sort of stick my knife in and just sort of pull it out, but keep all the nice fleshy bits, because they're going to get chopped up and go in the sauce. So I won't bore you with sitting here doing all this. I'll leave it for the time being. I'll carry on, and when I've cored all these and chopped them all up, I'll come back and see you. Catch you when I get back. So people, we're back after peeling all of these tomatoes, taking the core out, and we gave them a run through our little processor that you've seen in earlier vlogs, the little manual one, but literally we only gave it about 2 or 3 pulls, and we're left with this beautiful tomato pulp. Now this is the sauce. Now this sauce is, honestly, it really is a delicious sauce. You must give it a try. It's so nice in an awful lot of things. But anyway, instead of me waffling, let me just get on with it, and I'll show you what you do. You get a pan on full heat and some olive oil. Must be olive oil, people. And put a glug of olive oil in. That's probably about 3 dessert spoonfuls. Okay? Very simple sauce, but very delicious. Freezes brilliantly. A nice knob of butter in with the oil. About that. Just let this heat up. I have got the little pan on full. I probably should have thought about it and put the pan on before starting the camera. But anyway, I was going to tell you what this sauce goes beautiful with. I mean, it goes beautiful with a lot of things, but when the sauce is actually made itself, if you just get a nice portion for yourself and get one of those nice mozzarellas, the buffalo ones, the balls, warm the sauce through, get it nice and hot, and chop one of those balls up and just lay it in the sauce and just let it melt there. You don't have to do anything to it, just right at the very end. Leave it for 30 seconds and then serve it with a nice pasta. Just the pasta, the sauce and the mozzarella, my God, they don't go beautiful together. Another thing it goes delicious with is cod steaks and potatoes. Boil potatoes in slices, pat boil them. Get some nice cod steaks off your butcher. This is just some red and some white onion, which I'm going to put in here. I'll go back to that recipe in a second. There's about half a teaspoonful of salt, half a teaspoonful of pepper. Very little in this recipe, and just a little bit of garlic. Didn't go too mad. That's probably plenty. There you go. And you basically just get these onions fried down until they're translucent. Okay, I'm going to go back to this recipe for a second, okay? So get these nice cod steaks with the bone in, and get a nice dish and put about 4 or 6 nice cod steaks on the bottom. Oil and obviously butter the dish and butter the cod steaks, season them, and then layer the potatoes on the top. Cut them and layer them on the top, and then put some spoonfuls of the tomato sauce over the top of the potatoes, yeah, and the onions. Sorry, you put onions in there as well, and then do it in the oven, a medium oven, for about 45 minutes. Season it, salt and pepper, and finish it with a little bit of cream at the end. And I'll tell you, that is an absolutely delicious dish. Can't remember the name of it. I did share a flat once with an Italian, not for very long, but his mother and father were restaurateurs in Glasgow. They owned a restaurant in Glasgow, And while him and I lived together, he showed me a few Italian recipes. So we'll just let these onions cook down. I've got this little stove flat out at the moment. It probably doesn't need to be. I can probably turn it down a bit, which I will. So I put everything in there. I put salt in, I put pepper in. Yes, I've done that. I don't need everything else here is for another vlog. A bit later on. Yeah, so we've got a busy weekend this weekend, people, because we've got to get all the boat ready for getting in. We've got to pack up, we've got to run pipes all down one side of the boat. So we have to pack up all these cupboards, all the cupboards in the wheelhouse. All has to get packed away. And we're also going to take the opportunity to clean our tank. We won't go into it too much, but we're going to clean our toilet tank, which we keep on top of regularly. So while it's in, it'll get a good steep in Jay's fluid and a good scrub out. And the boat will get a bit of a wash later on and a dry. And then tomorrow, off to Moonfleet it goes. Well, it's not Moonfleet any longer, they're now called Simpson's Boatyard, but they previously were Moonfleet. Very good company. I'll say hello to Phil and the boys. Not that any of them watch these vlogs, but if they ever do, hello Phil and the boys. Great work you've done on the boat over the years. Right, okay. These onions are fairly translucent. So what I'm now going to do is I am going to put about three-quarters of that tomato, and I'm going to leave that little bit. That's the trick. Leave a little bit of the raw tomato. Okay? And you put that on, like so. And you turn it up. I'm going to get myself a couple of sugar cubes just to balance the... I might use 3 actually. Just to balance, when you use tomatoes, you should always balance the acidity of the tomato with a little bit of sugar. So that's the only reason we put a little bit of sugar in there, is just to balance out that acidity. Now, what I'm going to do, people, that's going to come to a gentle simmer, and I am going to put a lid on it. And I'm going to let it cook for about 30 minutes on a very, very low heat. I'm just going to let it cook away for 30 minutes, and when I'm finishing it off, I shall come back and show you the very end of this Italian tomato sauce. Okay, so if you have been, thanks for watching, and I'll see you when we get back. Okay people, you join us for the last part of this vlog on this delicious tomato sauce, Italian tomato sauce, and it's actually been about 1 hour. Okay, and I shall just take the lid off it. And I shall set the lid down there. Now this is about the third, or just slightly more than the third, that we kept back, if you remember. Because what I want to do now, you could now let this cool if you really wanted to, and you could put it through your blender and blend it right down if you want to do that. Then add the little bit of the raw sauce to it. I personally like it a bit rustic, so I'm going to leave it the way it is, and all I'm going to do is add the little bit of the raw tomato that was left over. And you'd be amazed the difference that makes, by the way, in the flavour of the sauce. And really and truthfully, cook that for just about another 5 minutes. Let it cool. Put it in dishes, and you can freeze it. You can put it in the freezer. It'll last for however long in the freezer, months in the freezer. But it really is a delicious tomato sauce. I, however, am going to use this tomato sauce to make a delicious bolognese, a proper Italian zucchini bolognese, okay? But that's going to be another vlog. So keep your eye out for the bolognese vlog, because we're going to use this tomato sauce to make it. Okay, people, so you know the script. If you have been, thanks for watching. Please go down and subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs down if you hadn't, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next vlog, which will be bolognese. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.